Pierre Poilievre going to the streets. I'm unsure where it is. It looks like Ontario, according to the license plates. But yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. Let's see what's going on with hopefully our future Prime Minister Pierre Poilievre. You know what? Before we play it, my predictions. Well, obviously, it's a video on YouTube, right, from some member of political party, so might be a little bit edited, might be interviews, or Pierre might be talking to the people who will prove the point that he wants to send to the world. But let's be honest, me living in Canada, I don't think we're gonna hear anything good, because last 9-10 years with Liberals, everything went downhill. Just last 3 years, like, prices doubled, and pretty much we didn't get any relief, didn't get any help from government. And I know you're gonna argue with COVID and war in Ukraine. Well, first of all, war in Ukraine shouldn't affect us as much as it did. Like, Canada has its own gas, right? So, like, we should have been in much better situation than where we're right now. And just like government sending money to Ukraine, I still think that it should went through the referendum. Like, if people want the tax money to go to Ukraine, I have no problem with that. But government just sending it out, like, after we pay taxes to improve Canada, to improve the lifestyle, the quality of life in Canada, and then government just sends it to some different country, I don't think that's 100% okay. Like, to me, I mentioned it multiple times in my videos, to me that's a treason. Like, the politicians are here to represent us, we elected them, and what they do, they just care about other country more than Canada. And don't get me wrong, obviously what's going on in Ukraine is not okay, they need help. My point is that the people should decide if they're willing to send the money or no. Like, it shouldn't be government just being like, oh yeah, let's send it. Pretty much what Biden did, right? Like, that's crazy to me. But yeah, so what to expect in this video? It's not gonna be pretty. I'm gonna react to it when we hear something. But again, let's take it a little bit. Let's be a little bit reserved, because anyway, I like Pierre Poilievre, but it's still on his YouTube, so obviously he's not gonna put just happy people in the video, right? I personally don't think there's many happy people, but let's not be naive. So let's go. Let's do this.
Yes, sir.
Try not to get run over.
Hi there. How are you? Good to see you. What's your name, sir?
Reno.
Reno. Just out today with Nita.
Hi, how you doing? I'm a local candidate here. Nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
I'm Caroline.
Caroline, good to see you.
Hi,
Hi, nice to meet you.
Well, they were taking the
Hi
dogs
there.
for a walk, and he said saw the bus, and I came up to say hello.
Oh, amazing.
They look like they're conservatives.
Conservative dogs. German Shepherds, obviously.
Must eat a lot, though.
They did.
No liberals.
Can I say hello to those dogs? They're very
I
beautiful.
hope so.
Are they friendly? Friendly guys?
Hey,
Oh, I love it.
that's Apollo.
Hi!
Oh, way to go, Apollo. What a beauty.
Okay.
Way to go, Apollo.
I mean, just from a human perspective, like, you can say I'm sucker, but he asks if he can pet the dogs. He lets them sniff his hand. Like, he's obviously friendly. Like, to me, this is just a big sign of that Pierre is good person, right? Obviously, he's politician, but this behavior, like, to me, that's a huge thing.
Play around.
like having his picture.
Well, I'm in the middle of a dog
Sure, one of your biggest fans, Nita.
Hi, I'm the local candidate here.
I'm Vince.
Nice to meet you.
Right on. What do you want me to do when I get there?
Let's tell the Liberals thanks a lot. We enjoyed the last 9 years, not at all.
Yes, I agree.
Told you.
But and I also definitely like not to have the government have so much hands in my pocket.
Yes.
So
Well, we're going to be cutting income tax by 15%
Yep.
for the average worker. I announced that
By
today. Did you guys see that
15%, is it even real? Like
good.
15,
Thanks
like
a lot.
1.5?
And, got some nice comments and some not so nice
That would be
comments from some of
great.
my friends, but that's okay.
Well, even then,
We
the
all have
people
a
who
choice.
aren't nice will still cut their taxes too.
Absolutely.
Right on. Good
Thank
to
you.
see
Thank
Sir.
you, Vince.
Vince, good
So,
to see you.
I have been praying for this moment for 9 years.
Thank you.
Oh
Honest
my
to
God.
Thank you,
We
sir.
need change.
Thank you.
We need change in a
Absolutely.
big way.
Yes, indeed.
I am honored to meet you, sir.
Better days are coming for us, my friend.
We're praying for that.
Thank you.
Honest to God.
I love that. And he's right. We're all praying for it. And, you know, like, obviously, I'm not from Canada. I'm from a different country. And I traveled a lot. I lived in some other country as well than just my home one. Pardon me. The thing is, everyone complains about politics. Everyone complains about government. But Canada is the first time where I feel like government actually caused like kind of existential crisis in Canada for like middle class families, because right now there's pretty much no middle class. Like, let's be honest, it's just the lower class and the top people, right? Sorry, I need to get rid of this pen. But yeah, like what I want to say, like, you always complain about government, but you never feel it as much. Like, you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna pay a few more dollars on the groceries, a little bit more for the gas, whatever. What can we do, right? Like, screw government. But over here in those last 9 years, I felt it mostly in last 3 years, it just went from these little complaints to literally existential crisis, and it's crazy. And I feel like it's kind of hopeless situation. Like, the new government and Pierre Poilievre, it's our only hope we have right now, because if you're a liberal and you elect liberals, what's gonna change? Nothing's gonna change. Everything's gonna stay the same. Not stay the same. It's gonna be even worse. Like, you heard Mark Carney talking about, for example, the wokeism, and how, like, yeah, US is fighting against it, so we're gonna support it even more. And like, what are you supporting? You're supporting discrimination. You're supporting hiring based on something else than merit. Like, it doesn't make sense. And that's why the country looks like it looks, because the people in the higher positions are hired based on DEI, not based on merit, not based on experience, not based on qualification. Like, it's just ridiculous. But anyway, let's continue.
God, we've been praying for the new leadership.
Yeah.
We are
And
praying.
It's got to change.
Yeah.
It's got to change, or else our country is going to go back to, we won't be able to recover.
Yeah.
We need you.
We're going to do some incredible things,
Yes,
aren't
we are, absolutely.
We
Yes.
need you.
You know, my wife today told me, like, oh, 28 days, which is pretty much a little bit longer, but yeah, 28 days is still election, and then we're going to be okay. I'm like, no, we won't. Like, it's going to take time to recover, right? It's not going to happen overnight, but we're going to get that hope back. Like, if conservatives will get elected, we're going to get our hopes back that eventually everything's going to be okay again. If I take overtimes at work, it's gonna be for something, not like right now. Like, right now you can work as hard as you can, and all you work for is to pay the bills, not actually to be in better position, right? Obviously, paying the bills off is being in better position, but it's still like hamster in a wheel, right? Like, you're just running without any end in sight, like just pointless run. So yeah, like I said, that's why we need a change. We need hope. We need this. And obviously I'm not the only one who thinks that.
Oh, many blessings to you, sir, and please keep me in your prayers.
Absolutely. That's what we've been doing.
Like you can
And
feel
you're gonna
how
be an
this
answer to prayer
gentleman
on
is
April 28th.
Well, it'll be a
honest and
privilege to serve.
serious about
That's
it.
what the people decide.
For sure.
Thank you.
For sure.
Good to meet you, my
It's an
friend.
honor, sir.
Right
I
on.
live around the corner. My cousin called me and she said, Vince, you'll never believe who's on my porch. And I jumped in my car and I
Amazing,
came
eh?
over.
That's awesome.
Wow. Let's get a nice
The word-
picture.
the
Maybe
word
you can have
gets
a
out
nice
fast.
shot. Come on over, guys. Let's get a
Aw.
shot.
I am honored to meet you,
The
sir.
honor is mine.
Hi,
I am
I'm a
honored.
candidate here.
Yes. I will be voting for you.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear.
Where are you on from?
Macedonia.
Macedonian name. Beautiful.
Macedonia.
I
Nice.
can't wait.
Thank you. You're
I
ready to
guess
put.
we all.
We need to put Canada first for a change. What do you
Finally.
think? Yeah.
We do.
Finally.
We do, and it's like people misunderstand this a lot. It's nothing wrong to put your own country first, you know? Like it's our lives, our quality of life. It doesn't mean that Canada's not supposed to help around the world. But to help around the world, you still need to take care of your own people first. Because, look, the way liberals are running it right now, okay, you're sending money out, but eventually you're gonna stop making money because people will go bankrupt, people will end up on the street, people won't have money to pay the taxes. So where are you gonna take money from? Because that's where liberals are getting money right now, right? From people, from taxes. Like you can't just drain us forever, because that's not gonna work. Like I said, the middle class is gone right now. Guess what's gonna happen next? The lower class will be gone, and like the whole country will go bankrupt. Like you can't do it this way forever. So that's why I feel like people misunderstand that putting Canada first is wrong. It's not wrong. You need to take care of your own so then you can help some other countries in need.
Hasn't happened for a long time.
It's about to.
Yes.
And this is going to be your
Yes,
your
new
conservative
member of
candidate.
parliament,
I was
God willing.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. So we announced today we'll be cutting income tax by 15%.
15%.
You saw it already.
Of course, I
did.
follow you.
Smart lady, eh?
If
She's
that's
tough with
full
her money.
15%, that's
I just hope you
big.
keep your word.
I will.
But
Absolutely.
I really mean it.
We will. We are going to do it. We need to do it.
The lady has balls. Like I said, Pierre, at the end of the day, he's politician, right? People don't trust politicians, and I respect this woman for saying it. Like I hope you will do it. And looks like he might have got a little bit uncomfortable that someone's challenging him. But look at the liberals. Look at last 10 years. Like people of Canada put their faith in the liberals, and what happened? People are suffering. So it's a valid question, or valid, I would say, what is it? Valid point. Just hopefully you keep your word. But that's all we can hope for. Like we need hope. Because look, obviously they're not doing well either. And that's what's the worst thing in this situation. That you're in the position that's not the greatest, right? You look around and you see so many other people in exactly same position, like living salary to salary, having trouble paying off the bills. Some people are even choosing between gas and food. Like it's crazy. And then you look around and it's just everyone in the same situation. And that's hopeless. Because what it means is there's no way for you to change it. Like it's different if you look around and you see people doing well, and then you're like, okay, maybe I'm just lazy, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. But if you look around and everyone's in the same position, it's like, well, what can I do? Like, it's just depressive. Like, yeah. And that's why, like, we're literally, all we want right now is hope that something will change. And in that case, like, it's conservatives, right? Vote for conservatives, because liberals, nothing's going to change. It's literally a definition of insanity. Do the same thing all over again and expect different outcome. You gave them 2 terms right now, or was it 3 terms already? 3 terms. Nothing changed, at least not for a good one. So why would you give them 4th term and thought that out of nowhere everything's gonna get better? Like, don't do it. And people are like, oh yeah, he's Pierre Poilievre is politician. Conservatives are just political party. It's gonna be the same. You might be right. But we need that hope at least. Like, we need to hope something's gonna change. And even if all he does is change the income tax, like lower it by 15%, even 10%, if he completely gets rid of carbon tax, that it will never come back again, even that's going to be better than what we're dealing with right now. And the income tax is huge. Like, you don't realize how much it is, but like, if you look how much the government's taking from your pay slip or pay stub, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, let's continue.
I hope
Can't
so.
do otherwise.
Because I lost my hope to vote, and I don't
Yeah.
want to feel like that.
No, don't feel like that.
See,
We're gonna do
lost
some
the
great
hope.
things.
That's sad.
Don't feel that way. We need to instill more hope and fulfill that hope, which is what
Yeah.
we're going to do.
For these
Yeah.
2.
How old are you both?
I'm 14.
14.
Yeah.
Jeez, so we can't get her an ID or something to vote?
This one will. This one will. I grew up.
19, so you can vote. Okay,
Yes.
that's great.
Is this the first election you're voting in?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
What would you like me to do if and when the people make me prime minister?
I mean,
Yes.
I would say, especially for young people, it's really hard to afford this lifestyle in
Yeah.
Canada financially. So definitely cutting prices, like making them a bit lower, would help a lot, especially for young people, because we don't have a steady income. Most of us.
Okay,
have
let's talk about this. So here's my issue with liberals. Obviously, they cut the carbon tax for the households, right? That's great. Like, we're gonna save money on gas, we're gonna save money on the natural gas. But you know, if they cut the carbon tax for the commercial purposes as well, and like industry, right? The groceries will get cheaper. Why? Because gas, manufacturing, everything will be cheaper because they're not going to have to pay carbon tax. So that's like they did only half of what they could. And another thing is, what's this carbon tax? Like, where's the money going? Is it going towards environment? Like, are we building some sources of clean energy? Are we funding some research how to, I don't know, how to have cleaner air, cleaner water, whatever? Or is it just money that goes to government and they just do whatever they do with it, right? Send it somewhere else, or get a higher salaries or whatever bullshit's going on there, right? Like, that's one thing I kind of struggle with. First of all, carbon tax is bullshit, but the second thing is, where is the money going? Like, is it helping somehow, or is it just for us to take our money? It's ridiculous, right?
time jobs and are in university, so it's difficult. But I do have hope. And
Yes, that's good.
I would love that.
We're going to
Yes.
fulfill that hope.
Yes.
Yeah, I call it the Canadian promise. When I was a kid, it was a promise in this country. You work hard, you get a nice house, you get good food, you get to live on a safe street under a proud flag.
Yes.
And that's
Living
what
the
everyone.
Canadian dream, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that was the promise the country kept to me, my wife, our family, her generation. It's broken right now, after the lost Liberal decade.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But we're gonna put the pieces back together and bring home the Canadian promise. So you're gonna be able to work hard and do whatever you want in this country. It's gonna be.
Yeah, that Canadian promise. No, he's totally right about it, and it's crazy because I remember even 3 years ago, like if I worked hard, took one overtime a week, everything was good. Like literally, that overtime was just kind of extra money, right? Now I have higher salary than 3 years ago. I don't have any extra expenses comparing to 3 years ago. Somehow, the situation is completely different. If I take the overtime, it's to pay the bills. It's not to have something extra. It's not to go for some nice trip with my family. And by nice trip, I mean just one day during my days off, just to drive somewhere, right? No, right now, if I take overtime, it's to pay the bills, which is crazy. Like, you work hard, but you have nothing to show up for it. And that's not okay. And like I said, I have a good job. If I had the job that I had 3 years ago, I don't know how I would make it nowadays. And I was working hella hard in that job 3 years ago as well. But yeah, like times have changed, and now you can work as much as you want, and it doesn't mean that you're gonna be able to save money or be financially stressless, right? Like, just get out of the financial strain. It's crazy. It's crazy what this government did. And that's what I meant. Like, everyone complains about government. So you can look at every single country and people will complain about government. But what this government, this liberal government did in those 10 years, it's literally, it went from complaining to existential crisis. It's crazy to me.
Be very exciting.
I hope, yeah. I'm excited, yeah.
It's a
Please
boundless.
keep your promise, because I
I know.
hold people accountable.
You should.
Yeah.
I do.
Big fan.
I am a
Very
huge fan,
smart.
Mr.
Well, now you have
Thank
all
you.
my information on the flyer,
Yes,
so
yes.
Yeah.
And I will
Yes.
keep this.
yes,
Because
yes.
you guys will win.
yes.
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
always know who's winning.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
100
that.
pound
Can
no.
I hope they will.
Hey, come on over, Chief. Thank you.
You're honored.
God
I'm
love you.
excited.
God
I
love
want
you.
you
Let's
to
get
win.
a
I
team
thank
picture.
you for
Come
that.
on over.
Yes.
Come on over. Have a nice
Please.
picture. Give your phone over.
He's a neighbor of mine.
Nice guy.
Nice guy, great
Good to
guy.
see you. What's your name?
Zahar, nice to meet you.
Zahar. Thanks
Lots
for
of
saying
cameras,
hello.
I like it. Thank you for giving us hope,
Thank you.
and thank you for giving us a chance for a future. Because I'm 24, and for the last couple of years it's been rough, and I don't really see a future now in Canada.
No one does.
I work in the media field, so I was thinking more U.S. as an option than being in Canada. But you give me hope,
Thank
and
you.
hopefully the Conservatives win a majority, and we'll be in brighter days.
Absolutely.
I'm hearing that a lot from young
Yeah.
people who feel like they may have to look elsewhere.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's really sad. We
No,
don't
that's
want
for
that.
sure.
And we're going to do everything possible to make Canada competitive again, create
Yeah.
more opportunity. And I'll be thinking of you in mind when I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you the
local candidate,
I was
yes,
I was
Steve
looking
McKay.
into who it was, and I couldn't find it yesterday. But nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, we'll do everything we can to support you, and we'll
Thank you
spread,
very
Wonderful.
spread the
much.
word.
Spread the message.
Yeah,
but
that's
we're
really-
gonna bring back the Canadian promise.
Yeah.
So you're
Thank
gonna
you.
you're gonna have a great life. A great life.
Hopefully I will.
You will. Not hopefully. It's happening. Get
Thank
over
you.
here. Let's have a nice picture. Capture the moment.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right
Thank
on,
you.
my friend.
Thank
Let's
you,
bring it
Pierre.
home.
Thank you. We'll
Take
see you
care.
guys around.
Yeah.
Take care.
What a nice guy, dude. Polite and everything. Canada first, definitely agree. Yeah, that was. Pardon me, I'm still a little bit sick. But yeah, that was a good video. Like, it's exactly like I expected. Again, let's not be naive. Obviously, it was edited. Obviously, they're gonna choose the people with the strongest message. But like I said, to be honest, like just talking to my circle, everyone wants change. Everyone's the only hope is conservatives in this election. And like before they announced that the election's going to be in April 28, there was a lot of people who thought it's going to happen in fall, and they were hopeless. Like what's going to happen before election, right? It's still months away. So now, since the election got announced, like there's really people have hope that the conservatives will win and hopefully something will change. And like I said, even if it's going to be only income tax and completely scratching the carbon tax, which obviously they're planning more than just these two things. But even if they manage only these two things, we're still going to have better lives than what it is now. So it's hard to complain. And yeah, I'm going to have to look into liberals a little bit, because I didn't hear any messages about them, like what they want to do differently, maybe taking some accountability for the situation right now, because all I hear is about complaining about President Trump instead of admitting that maybe they have some portion of like that they're at fault, right, for something, which they are. Like, who was in power for the last almost 10 years, right? So yeah, vote for change. Vote for Pierre Poilievre and conservatives. Like, something's gonna change, and finally we have a hope again. So let's just follow that hope. Let's not stay in the same shithole again and vote for liberals. Like, I don't know, like even last election we were all hoping for conservatives, and somehow liberals made it to the minority government, right? Like, they won again. So let's hope this is the year for Pierre Poilievre to fulfill his promises and put Canada first and restore the Canadian promise. Have a good night, guys.